We are faced every day with some kind of challenge. Our whole society was built on challenges. We have a history that shows the challenges that people overcame with. The Wright brothers, when they got the plane off the ground, it was a few feet for a few minutes, but yet they knew that the challenge was nearly over. They knew that they could overcome. When Edison created the light bulb, he knew that he could overcome all of those things. Even when the filament only lasted a few seconds, he knew that the challenge of having a light bulb, a working light bulb, was going to be at the end. When we are faced with a challenge of our own, maybe you remember being on a sports team, and when the other team showed up and they got off the bus, they were smaller and weaker than you were. And you knew, oh, we can beat this team. Whenever we have challenges in our lives, we begin to look at how to overcome those challenges. Our heart begins to race. Our hands begin to sweat. Our mind begins to race. We know that there is something that we can do about it. There are 4 things, or I should say 4 actions, that I want us to take a look at. The first one is your new decision will be difficult. The challenges of your new decision you will face will have difficulty. There will be times that you're going to want to run away, that you're going to want to push it away. You're going to want to say, I'm done with this. It's not working. And some will turn away and run away. But you, because of what you know and what you understand, you're going to stay with it. 2, understanding the risks. Everything that we do has got some kind of risk. Challenges we take on is going to have risks. Picture the outcome. Can you? And the knowledge that you have, add to it. Add to that knowledge and understanding. It is the challenge of facing the challenge. Let's say, for instance, you're a captain and you just stepped onto the ship. The responsibility is all of yours, from the barnacles on the bottom of the ship to the white stuff that is in a crow's nest that the pigeon just left behind. It is your responsibility. And now you're going to face some headwaters. You're getting ready to go out into the ocean. Where you are the captain, you are in charge. That's it. You are in charge. What you say goes. What orders you give, they will go ahead and take it and make it their own. Everything on that ship is left up to you. Remember that. Number 3, it may not be what you're used to. You are used to different things, different circumstances, different situation. But now that you are being faced with a new challenge in your life, what are you going to do with it? Think of it like this. You have a toolbox. And that toolbox is filled with everything that you have done over the last few years. And maybe you are just now starting out and your toolbox is not really that full. Start learning from the people around you. If you're in that situation, if you are in a situation where you have a full toolbox, now use that toolbox, those talents, those gifts, those skills, everything that you have. Now, something you may need to know. No one can take those tools away from you. Now, there is also something, it's like a tool. My father-in-law and I were cleaning out a tool shed. And he said, I'm going to set these in the order that I use the most. The first set were ones that he used every single day on the farm. There was another row that was used from time to time. And the third row was, I don't know if I'll ever use it, but I'm wanting to keep them. You have that same type of toolbox. In the bottom of that toolbox may be gifts or talents that you are unfamiliar with. You haven't used them, but yet you kept them. Because you knew them one day or another, you were going to use them. Use those tools. They may not be something that you're used to. The new decision you or we are embarking on, one thing to remember is that you are changing. You are changing. There's a movie called The Ultimate Gift. And this one part of the movie where the young man was handed $100 million to do as he pleased. There was no string attached or anything. But before they gave him that money, they asked him, what do you want to do? And he said, all I've ever wanted to do is have fun. That's all I ever knew. And he said, the money that you just gave me, I thought there would be a different feeling. And one of the board members said, maybe it's because you have changed. At times, you may not recognize you. Be aware of that. When I was in college, I went to college with a Vietnam veteran. He was a chopper pilot. And he flew missions over Vietnam. And he said when they got ready to go, his commanding officer would get on the loud box and say, gentlemen, you have been prepared for this. We are now committed because we just flew over the DMZ, the demilitarized zone. And he said also, we have reached a point of no return. I leave you with this. Are you prepared to take on the challenge? Are you committed to seeing the challenge through? And have you reached, with your challenge, a point of no return? My name is Ron Ruby, and I just thank you for this session that you have tuned in with me on. If you liked it, please give me a comment or hit the subscribe button. And until next time, you have a very nice day.